Good morning, student. Let us start one more session of our statistics. As last time I told you, we did one special formulas for finding the index number. If you remember, last time the last session was very important. At that time, what I told you, some specific formula for computing the index number. That article was very important, and we did one easy question on that from exercise 1.3. And that time I told you that we are going to do a very important question in a next session. So that is today. Before that, a reminder, I told you how to find the weighted index number. There was a nice formula for weighted index number. Then Lespier's index number. We had one nice formula for Lespier's index number. Then Pasch's index number. Then lastly, we did the last one as a Fisher's index number. And I told you ideal one was Fisher's index number. There were 3-4 points also which I told you why Fisher's index number is the ideal one out of last three. Now today I am going to select one more important question from exercise 1.3. Question you just go through the textbook. Even calculation also, use calculator and just confirm the calculation. This is one very important question. Previous time question was just an application of formula, but this question number 5 I selected from exercise 1.3. This question number 5 is very important. Many times this type of question or this question comes in a board exam. So why this question is very important, just you see and you practice this type of a question. Question you just see in your textbook. It's a question number 5 from exercise 1.3. Now in this question, one of the column is of item. So item's name can be any item's name, wheat or pulses or rice. Here item's name is given in the form of A, B, C, D. Then units are given. Now this column is very important. Last time there was no problem in this unit column. It was a simple calculation. But this time this column will play a very important role that I will be telling you. Then the values of these items for two different years are given. One year is 2014 and another one is of 2015. We take 2014 as a base year. Price column is given for 2014. I call it as a P0, and quantity is given for a base year. I call it as a Q0. This is direct question from my exercise only. Then one more year is given, that is year 2015. That year I took it as a current year. So see, price of a current year is given 2015 and quantity of a current year is given. So this table is given as a question number 5. So this type of question can be for 5 marks or even for a 6 marks depending upon the weightage. So what is that question now? After giving this table, they are asking you to find Fisher's index number. So what do we mean by Fisher's index number? As per the formula, it's the geometric mean of a Pasch's index number and Lespier's index number. What do we mean by this? It means that you will have to find Pasch's index number as well as Lespier's index number, and then you will get the Fisher index number. During the solution, what I did, I made a single table to calculate all this 3 index number that I will be telling you. Once you know how to make the table, then solution will become very easy. In this type of question, when unit is given and here when quantities are given and that is not according to the unit, so you will have to make some extra calculation also. Don't directly go for a table, that table which I told you in a previous question, question number 3. Here, first of all, before making a table, you show some extra calculation also. These calculations are very important. What are these calculations? For item A, see, for item A, price is given 120. Now, this 120 price is not for per kg. So what do? You divide 120 by 20. Why? Because we want a price per kg. Then what will happen? Automatically you can multiply that price with the 10 kilogram. That I'll be showing you in the calculation. So first calculation is your P0 will be 120 divided by 20. So how much it will be? 6. Then here also, if it would have been a simply dozen, then no problem. But here this quantity is in the form of 5 dozen. So you'll have to convert the price in the form of a 1 dozen. So 120 here, 120 divided by 5. That you will have to do for a P0 for item P. Similarly, for item C there is no problem because this is given in a kilogram. No, this is given in a gram also. Yeah, for item C also little bit calculation. 5000 divided by 1000. So you will get it in a kilogram. This is given in a gram, remember. This item, D item, is given in the form of not liter, 5 liter. So you'll have to divide 15 here. I'll be telling you here it is given 15 liter and it is given in a 5 liter. So that calculation also we'll have to do somewhere here. I'll be telling you. Then this calculation you do it separately. For item A, P0 will be 120 divided by 20 and P1 will be 280 divided by 20. So P0 and P1 you are going to get according to the required unit system. So 6 and 14. For item B, P0 will be 120 divided by 5 and P1 will be 140 divided by 5. This calculation you will have to do it separately before going for a new table. For item C, okay, for item B, Q1 you will have to find. So Q1 quantity will be 4 kilogram. So you will have to divide 48 here. 48 divided by 12. 48 divided by 12 because it is in the form of pieces and we got everything in the form of a dozen. You know, in a 1 dozen there are 12 pieces. Keep it in mind, this is in the form of pieces and this is in the form of a dozen. And in 1 dozen, how many pieces comes? In 1 dozen, 12 pieces comes. So here 48 divided by 12, then you will get a 4 piece. 4 piece, remember this calculation is also very important. So your eyes should be in the unit and you will have to see the prices and a quantity whether it is in the form of that unit or not. Practice this type of question in the example also. 1 or 2 nice example is given and they prepare this type of question in a board exam. So after showing this calculation for D is also given. P0 is calculation for D, P0 52 divided by 5. So price you will get per liter. So see 52 divided by 5. So this is price for per liter, remember. Then P1 will be 58 divided by 5. Why we are dividing by 5? So that you will get the price for a per liter. So 58 divided by 5, 11.5, 11.60 rupees. Rupees per liter. If you want to write like this, so rupees per liter, remember. This is also rupees per liter. Per liter, remember. That you should know. This calculation you do before making a new table. Again, give importance to this calculation. So this calculation separately. Then the next table will be easy for you. Now make one more table. This was the table given in a question. This calculation you will have to do according to the given unit and the given values. Now after doing this, make one more table and every calculation you do it in that table. Now A, B, C, D as per the given table. Then kilogram, dozen, kilogram, liter. Now see, I am not writing 20 kilogram. I have changed that unit. Now already we converted that into a kilogram. Everything is converted into the kilogram or dozen or kilogram or liter. So see, there is change in the table, unit table. Then rest of the two columns are as it is, but Price P0 is not 120, but it is 120 divided by 20, that is 6. So whatever the calculation we did here, that will be your P0 and Q0. P0 is 6 and Q0 it is already 10. So that is no problem. Then here P0 for a B item is 14. 24. Yeah, here 24 and P1 is 28. Here it is. So whatever the calculation you did, you make this table according to that. So this fourth item is very important. Use the calculation and convert each and everything according to that calculation. So after doing this, recall your memories, remember the formula. What was the formula for first of all, IL? It was, formula for IL was, which I told you earlier. It was sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 multiplied by multiplied by 100. So you will have to multiply P1 Q0, this column, P1 Q0, because we required in this formula. Then we required P0 Q0. So multiply P1 Q1, P1 Q0 and P0 Q0. This is required in the formula of IL. Either you do it separately, otherwise we'll be doing it together. So P1 Q0 you got, multiply, use calculator, multiply these columns. So P1 Q0 will be, let us see where P1 is. P1 14 and Q0 is 10. So 14 into 10, 140. P0 Q0, where is 6 into 10, 60. P1 Q1, so P1 Q1 will be, here it is, 14 into 15, 210. P0 Q1, so P0 Q1 is P0 Q1, 6 into 15, 19. So according to the need you multiply. We require all these four columns for using the formula of IL and IP. So first of all you calculate IL, sigma P1 Q0. Sigma P1 Q0 is 438 divided by P0 Q0. So divided by 308 multiplied by 100. That you calculate. It will be around 1.42 into 100. That you do it. So around 142. Around 142, that you check. Then find the IP. Now what is the formula for IP? P1 Q1, and that is sigma P1 Q1. Then divided by P0 Q1. So multiply these two columns and then you will get the summation of this. Put it here. So what you are going to get? IP you will get. IP is equal to sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q0. Calculation is very big, again I am telling you. That's why it will come as a, this question will come in the E section or F section, whose weightage is very high. After getting individually, calculation table is here. You use this table, use calculator, multiply it. Any problem, you just go through it. Practice this type of question in example also. Then after getting IL, after getting IP, put it in this, it is a geometric mean, put it inside this root. So roughly I calculated, IL comes around 1.42, even IP comes in this case 1.42. Find its root. So since it's in a 2 times, so it will be 1.42 only, multiplied by 100. So approximate value of IF is near about 142. Again I am telling you, check this answer by using the calculator. And then do one or two. Today itself you do this type of question from the example as well as from the exercise. Even in a miscellaneous exercise also, we got this type of question. Practice. If you have any problem, you can tell me. Then next time we will do some other type of question. Now today we will start one more new article. That article is very important. Now as per my suggestion, do some more example. Pick up one or two questions from exercise 1.3, or even you can pick up some question from a miscellaneous exercise. If you do more practice, you will come to know how to do the questions of a previous type. Question number 5. Now today, just for introduction purpose, I am going to start one more topic. It is theoretically very important topic. In our day-to-day life also, this topic plays a very important role. What is that topic? Cost of living index number. Now you know that if there is a changes in the prices of items or changes in the prices of different variables in the market, then cost of living index number changes for a people or for a society or for any section. Cost of the living index number tells about the people's expenditure, how he is going to expense. So first of all, what is cost of living index number? For a common student, this topic plays a very important role. Even those who are attached with this commercial world, they should know about the cost of living index number. For example, different state have a different cost of living index number that shows the living standard of that particular state. Now, first of all, roughly definition, the cost of living index number is used to measure. It is used to measure and study the changes in the cost of living of the people, whether standard of the people increase or decrease. That will come to know with the help of that number from a different section in society due to the fluctuation in prices. Prices are never constant for any given item. So whether the standard of the living of people increase or decrease, that we can calculate with the help of this particular article, cost of living index number. Now one nice definition is given in your book. Suppose 1 marks question comes, I saw theoretically many times they are asking to define for 1 marks question. The number showing the percentage of relative changes, relative changes in the cost of living of people of certain section or certain society of a people for the current year as compared to the base year. Base year can be a previous year also. Base year can be a, that will be given during the question. So current year's that expenditure and base year's expenditure, their ratios multiplied by 100, percentage change in the relative values of expenditure of any family, any section or any society, the relative change in the expenditure of that family of a current year with respect to any base year or base period is called cost of living index number. For 1 marks question, you prepare this as a definition. Otherwise, there is a formula also. This will be used for calculation purpose. Cost of living index number formula is given. Current year monthly expenditure, then base year's monthly expenditure or monthly or year, that will be given in the question, multiplied by 100 because it's a percentage change in the relative values. Expenditure of current year divided by expenditure of any given period. Then you will get the cost of living index number. Now, I am going to support this particular topic with the help of an easy example which is given in your book. Then in exercise, we'll do this type of question afterwards. So one example I picked up from the textbook. In 2012 year, monthly expenditure of any family, any selected family is how much? 15,000. Then for a same family in 2014, monthly expenditure is 18,000 rupees. Now suppose if you want to calculate cost of living index number, divide 18,000 with 15,000 and don't forget to multiply 100 because it's a percentage change. So you'll get 120%. Now 120% is not a final answer. How much changes? So just you subtract 120 from 100. We are comparing because it's in a percentage change. So 120 minus 100 will get 20%. Monthly expense of that family increases by 20%. That shows the cost of living index number of that family for a given period as compared to the any other period, 2014 with respect to 2012. So this is one easy example I told you. Now how to construct this cost of living index number? that we are going to see in a next session. Today this much only. You practice. Again, homework is practice some example of a previous topic. How to find IL, IF, IP, etc. and how to prepare that table also. For today, this much is sufficient. Thank you.